Hey guys, it's Dakota, and I am once again back on my Hunger Games shit. And I'm once again overanalyzing these books instead of contributing more heavily to society. It all started when I was on Instagram and I saw this post about the domestication of dogs. And in the comments, somebody commented, "And now I have my own chair, they don't have fires as often, and we don't hunt much, but then again, we're never hungry." And I had this thought about Peeta that I never really thought of before, and maybe I'm just late to the party, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I've talked in a couple of other videos about the Peeta-Katniss scale, love triangle, and why Peeta was the best choice, aside from what's directly stated in the books. Specifically, how Katniss could see herself having a real future with Peeta, so by choosing him, she's committing to a life where she doesn't have to fight to survive. In the book, Katniss has a very specific view of people. Those that are pure and need to be protected like Prim, those who protect the pure, and those that need to be protected against. Peeta breaks this worldview. Not only is Peeta soft in a way that Katniss really doesn't understand, but he's strong enough to still protect her. This dynamic really isn't explored at all in the first movie. In fact, Peeta is often pushed to the side of scenes that he is dominant in. The scene that makes me so angry with this is the cave scene. In the movie, Katniss finds Peeta and then hides him in a cave. Later, she gives him sleep syrup so that she can go to the cornucopia and find the medication needed to save his life. In the book, from the point of Katniss finding Peeta to the end of the games, there is constant banter developing Peeta's character, their relationship, and the beginning of Katniss's feeling towards him. Peeta's wit and his ability to lighten a mood is almost completely left out of the first film. Furthermore, upon receiving the information that his medication is in the cornucopia, Peeta forbids Katniss from risking her life for him, even telling her that he will drag himself through the woods if she attempts to go. This then leads to Katniss tricking Peeta into taking the sleep syrup, and when she returns, she's passing out from blood loss due to her run-in with Clove. When she wakes up, she finds that Peeta has been caring for her the whole time, and they continue to develop their relationship. For the first time since her dad died, Katniss actually has someone that's protecting her. The safety she feels is what makes her fall in love with Peeta, and their mutual protection of each other is the foundation of their relationship. When it comes to bread in the books, panem literally means bread in Latin, and right away in the first book, Katniss talks about how Peeta burnt the bread so he could give to her to keep her alive. Later in the book, when they're on the train to the capital, Peeta points out the different breads from the different districts, and then when Katniss gets a gift from District 11, she immediately knows who it's from. Then in Catching Fire, Peeta constantly supplies Katniss with her favorite cheese rolls, and then when she later meets the runaways from District 8, they tell her that they've been printing things about the revolution on bread and crackers. Then, in the 75th Hunger Games, bread is being used to communicate with the tributes in the arena. Because bread seems so innocent and inconspicuous, it is able to be used to pass messages right under the Capitol's nose. And Peeta is the same way. Aside from literally being named Peeta, it's revealed that Coin actually wanted to save Peeta instead of Katniss from the arena because she thought that he'd be better at spreading the ideas of a revolution and getting people to join. He's warm, he's comfortable, he's reliable, and he's proven to be able to get people on his side. Because in the Hunger Games, bread sustains life. It sustained Katniss when she was young and Peeta burnt the bread for her, it sustained her in the arena, and now it's sustaining the revolution. But when it comes to Katniss herself, she never had much access to bread. She was a hunter. The majority of food that Katniss was eating, even after winning the first Hunger Games, was either hunted or gathered. And if you know anything about hunting or gathering, you know that it's a very unreliable food source. When it gets cold, there's nothing growing, so there's no gathering. And no matter what time of year it is, it's never guaranteed that a hunt is going to be successful. Especially with how Katniss never really saw any deer or large birds in District 12. The invention of agriculture is what took humanity to the next level, specifically crops like wheat, whose durability made it extremely dependable. And beer, which is another big step for humanity. But when Katniss gets back to District 12 at the end of Mockingjay, she sees one of Gale's coal mining buddies and asks him what they're gonna do next. He tells her that the remaining people of District 12 have been planting crops and they're gonna move on with their lives. These crops, specifically the wheat, mean that the districts are able to sustain themselves instead of relying on the capital to divvy up the assets for them. It's the new beginning that allows the people of the districts to live life instead of fighting for it. which brings me back to Peeta, who also appears right as the book is ending. Katniss refers to Peeta as the boy with the bread not only because he's providing her with bread in the physical sense, but he himself is helping to sustain her by giving her the warmth and safety that she's been looking for her entire life. How could anybody literally be Team Gale? Also, I love bread. Yet another reason why I should play Katniss Everdeen. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, have a great rest of your day.